Who the fact is Canute the Great? Little is known about Canute until 1013, when he invaded England alongside his father, Svein Forkbeard, the then King of Denmark, where they were able to quickly take the country, forcing King Ethelred to flee to Normandy. A few months after taking England in early 1014, Svein passed away, leaving his son Harold as king in Denmark, and Canute, the elected king in England, though for Canute this would be short-lived. The English recalled Ethelred to the throne, who quickly built an army, then went into action, successfully pushing Canute back to Denmark. By summer 1015, Canute set sail for England again, now equipped with an army of 10,000 men and 200 ships. They went on to fight 14 long months in close, gruesome battles, almost always against Edmund Ironside, Ethelred's son. Edmund rose to power in April 1016 upon his father's death. However, just as in Canute's case, this was short-lived. The fighting came to a culmination in October the same year with the Battle of Asundar, which left the Vikings with a decisive victory. After Asundar, the two leaders, both of whom were injured in the battle, met on an island near Deerhurst to negotiate a peace treaty. The treaty gave Canute the lands north of the Thames, while Edmund retained the south and London until his death, at which point the land would be transferred to Canute. Edmund died the next month on November 30th. Canute was the king now, and with this began a two-decade period of peace and prosperity for the English. In 1018, Canute sailed back to Denmark after his brother's death, and as Harold's successor ascended to the throne in Denmark. 2 years later, Canute sailed back to England. Thinking this a weakness, the kings of Norway and Sweden began attacking Denmark. Then in 1026, Canute returned to Denmark to deal with the usurper Ulf Jarl, who was using Canute's son as a pawn, and to deal with the Norwegian and Swedish attackers, eventually clashing armies in the Battle of the Helgeia, where Canute was once again victorious, establishing himself as the dominant figure in Scandinavia. With his enemies subdued, Canute was able to make the journey to Rome to witness the ascension of Holy Roman Emperor Conrad II. When he returned to England, Canute began preparations to take Norway, and in 1028 set sail to the city of Trondheim with a fleet of 50 ships. King Olaf Haraldsson was unable to put up a serious fight, thanks to most of his noblemen being bribed or blackmailed in advance. Canute was now king of 4 mighty kingdoms: England, Denmark, Norway, and part of Sweden. Canute died on the 12th of November 1035 in Shaftesbury, Dorset, presumably at the age of 40. To this day, he is remembered as the legendary Viking king that brought peace to the North Sea through force.